Searching eyes cast up to the sky, questioning God with a tearful cry. We're not alone in this tower of death. Willows weep as we draw our last breath into the abyss we hide. We're all seeking the path that leads us home. My street extends a path of war, battles fall and scars galore. Goodbye song of lost and found, purpose and on sacred ground. Back to where I belong, a new soul in the dawn's early light. One true love, my heart's strong song. The path of freedom forever sight. Reborn from the ashes anew, destinies child through and through. Forever reborn, forever free. The heart of the rock is where I'll be.
Souls astray, whispered to trees in the leaves valley. Dance with the wind, sing the rain, feel the earth, feel the earth's magic, let it heal your pain. Dance with the wind, guide souls astray, whispered to trees in the leaves ballet. Neath the walls glow spells of joy they cast, pledging harmony as long as stars last. So dance with the wind, and with raindrops play. In perfect love and trust, live every day. Neath the moon's glow, spells of joy they cast, pledging harmony as long as stars.
In this moment, now we're free. No more chains are holding back on us traveling on those tracks. Now my feet the beat of my street, and I'm walking along the bully beat. The hard times came, never left Tyler dreams. I never met French, betrayed me, friends weren't there. You know my mom drank herself into a chair. My father wasn't there for the age of 18, and then I fucking changed my name. Cortana girl entered my life with rose-colored glasses like the Ignite. I gave away my heart to a woman who didn't deserve it. What did I ever do? When I lost myself and I thought and promised hope wasn't there, and I gave up on all promises. I almost took my life 7 different times, but I still didn't give up. I still hit the grind. I gave myself away like nothing, but no one ever noticed. I've written 3 books, more poetry than I can count. My paintings are living tan as hell as fuck, but I didn't find peace, I didn't find my promise, so I almost gave up. But then came a glimmer of light, and I sang my song under a tree. Now, I truly love you by my side, I know what real love looks like, and I know who I am. Or do I still kind of lost, even though I found true love, battling with the demons in my head of I hear voices of the future and faith. How
setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth, burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Oops, I forgot to turn the sign on. Oopsie. Ah, there we go. Hello, everybody. My name is... God darn it. The remote control does not want to stay in its little cubby hole today. Okay, welcome, everybody. Okay, geez, you know, some days things just don't want to cooperate. I have a brand new camera today, too, guys. So today I'm breaking out the brand new card camera. I hope this looks good to you. I know my desk is atrocious, guys, but hey, this is what I've got for a room. So I thought maybe a better card camera would be better. So I bought a new camera to kind of give us a better view of the cards and stuff like that. That other was my first camera ever, thanks to a very kind man named Ethereal. He was one of my first people ever on my channel. He was the first person to show support. He was the first person to give me that camera that I needed. It was time I upgraded it so we could have a little bit better view of the cards and the table and stuff like that. You can see me shuffle, no problem now, all of that stuff. So, so I bit the bullet today, and yeah, some of those are broken, so. You know, so that's where we're at today. One moment. So it's been a beautiful day today. I went shopping early this morning. We got all of the food we normally get for today. And I came back a little bit later than normal, but only starting 5 minutes late. So I think that's pretty good for a day. And we are going to celebrate the 4th of July tomorrow. No special really things going on tomorrow. Just a celebration of the you're first in line, Sergeant. Don't worry about it. You're next in line. So and just guys, I just want to say God bless America. I am proud to be part of this country. I'm proud to be a part of it. I know we don't do everything right sometimes in the world, but I think that my country, I believe in it. I trust in it. I trust its system. I can't wait to see what we will get as far as an outcome for the trial that's coming up here that will affect our general election. And I'm hoping that we hold our leaders to account, because it's about time we did it. Anyway, so with that all said, general love reading for you, huh, Sergeant? I'm gonna do a cleansing shuffle here, and now you guys can see the cards and when they pop out and stuff like that. I forgot. Oopsie. There we go. So, Let me get these cleansed for you there. Oh, Jesus. And how is your day going today, my friend? Going good, I hope. All right, here are your official 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Almost. And then the 18th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the 18th card is now on top. And now we got your answer for today. All right, let's see what the cards have to tell you about that love thingy you were hoping for. You know, love is a very important thing for all of us, and I hope you guys can see the cards good like this, because I'm not sure if I know how to increase the size and stuff like that, so I hope you can see them pretty good there. I'm going to work on zooming it and all of that. Going to get that, trying to take care of tomorrow, but you know how it goes with something like that. So at least now you can see the cards a little bit better, guys, and you know, generally I want to be able to do that. If I can find a way to zoom that in sometime, I just got to look at the properties here and see if there's a way to do it. Hold, please. Transform, transition. Can we please get a zoom? No zoom function in here. Jesus Christ. Configure video. Let's try zooming it a little bit more. Apply. Did that work? Nope, it didn't work. Anyway. I'm sorry to hear about that. Anyway, we'll walk you through them, okay, guy? We'll fix that camera hopefully somewhere in the future. You know, there's a lot of things going on there for me. Get rid of that for now. And here we go with your reading. So, Sergeant, from what I'm feeling from the general love reading that you're wondering about, it's time to start to think about the plan. How many steps does it take to get to the kind of love that you want? What are those steps that you need to take, not only for yourself, but for that potential partner in that future? What's going to make it the easiest way to go about doing it this time? Instead of fighting against all these worries and problems and anxieties and fears, we're going to drop those off like so much baggage, and we're going to allow ourselves the happiness we deserve by owning up to what we really need as far as a partner goes, and accepting that part of ourselves and making that easy plan to get there. Let's get on some dating apps. Let's make sure we get out there and socialize. Let's make sure we make ourselves available. We're looking the best. We're smelling the best. We're acting like our true, most authentic self. We aren't hiding behind anything. We're trying to show each other what we are. Just like what you're doing right now is you're trying to say to yourself, okay, and I've done this before myself as well. We all have these different sides of who we want ourselves to be. We have the imagined love, and then we have the real life love, okay? We try to find a happy medium where we both get a little bit of the dream and a little bit of reality. The Unison card is all about bringing 2 separate worlds together to become one. So if you're wondering if love is on its way, I think this is a definite yes for you, because you're going to make the plan to bring 2 different worlds together. Now you've just got to find that happy in-between road, that gray in-between, where you can get what you need and want at the same time. And that's bringing that beautiful symphony together. This is the Destiny card, and my destiny was to find my one true love. She sits over here telling me every day how much she loves me, but you don't think we have to work on that? You're wrong. It's all about the journey we take together and what 2 worlds we're bringing together. Welcome in, Miss Divine. And then knowing that you have the potential to grow that love into whatever you see fit it to be. Potential, the bud cards is all about your hidden potential. Once you get rid of all of that boundary that you've been putting up, so if you're trying to find one specific kind of girl or one specific style of girl or attitude of girl, we're putting ourselves in this little box that we say, I can only love these people. When there's a bunch of people out there in that beautiful sea of ours, we have that potential to get the true love we're seeking. We just have to write the right kind of bait, the right kind of lure, and we have to slowly kick it in until that one fish goes clink. Oh, I like this bait. And that's what we're working on now, is we're over the self-love part and we're ready to share our journeys. The home card is about bringing yourself all together, that you have gotten your shit taken care of as much as you can, that you're willing to grow and change and transform. You have a good solid foundation of understanding of who you are. You understand how your journey got you where you needed yourself to be. You have good protective safety walls that don't keep you too protected but not protected enough from the kind of love you're seeking, and your openness to go out of that door, out of that comfort zone, and go out there into the wide world and say, there are so many choices here. I just got to open my eyes and maybe say, the thing I haven't been thinking is true, and maybe not. The girl of our dreams could be standing right on our side of us, but we don't want to see that side of that person because it's too real, because it's too close to the truth of what we want. And sometimes we don't mean to, but we kind of block ourselves from getting that kind of love. And from what I'm feeling, love is pretty much around you in your community, in your group, or wherever you hang out the most. It's where you find your passions the most. The girl of your dreams or guy of your dreams, whichever the case may be, is there waiting for you. You just have to allow that space for them to find you. To sing your heart song and say, I am worthy of you. Do you hear me and see me and feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's coming for you, Sergeant. It's just a matter of time. If you do the plan thingy, you bring two of those deaf worlds together, the dream and the fantasy together, and create that beautiful song that you'll sing to that one true heart you are hoping to gather. And knowing that that potential is already out there waiting for you, you're just waiting for the right time, right place kind of moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of that what is going on there. And you know that you've just got done finishing up a lot of this self-love kind of a stuff. You're really ready to share your journey. You're not trying to fix yourself through anybody else anymore. You know you can't do that. You've at least come to that much of a point in your life. And now that you have all of that other stuff done, now you've made room for the love that you seek to come in. We empty the cup to fill the cup. So we emptied our cup. Now we're ready to fill the cup. You decide what goes in the cup. Either you like grape juice or you like apple juice or orange juice, whichever your flavor is. But you know that once you drink that, it's got to be the most fulfilling drink you want to have. So keep that in mind, that sometimes I feel like you keep yourself in a boundary box when there are more possibilities you're not really letting yourself see. You know? They say opposites attract. It's not always true. Sometimes you got to find one just enough like you, but just that much little different than you to keep it interesting as well. Me and my wife, very similar people, but we both have our different ideas. We both have our different ways of viewing the world. We even have a different faith in one another. But you know what we do? We bring those together and try to bring all of our lives together as one. I got to check on one little message here. Okay, and he says, okay. My Pat dude says, okay. So, you know, and I know from what I'm feeling, that girl that you're trying to find is someone who's in your general vicinity. I mean, in your community, where you like to go play, where you work, where you like to go spend time with friends. It's somewhere in that community. I'm seeing this. It's like brown hair, but it's like the lightest brown haired color. It almost looks like it's reddish, but it's very light brown hair. she has kind of a she doesn't have exactly the most beautiful face in the world, average at best, you know. She wears glasses, kind of um, like I said, kind of mousy, like a Fred character. If you know, have ever seen Angel, she's kind of like a Fred-like character, very mousy, smart, witty, intelligent, but she's got a wild side as well that she doesn't bring out very often. But the right person, she will. Kind of an attitude, and she's got all the things that you kind of have similar interest in and stuff like that. And she wears a lot of blue, a lot of blue. I don't know if this meets anybody you kind of can think of in your life, but she always shows up for you. She's always been there for you, and it kind of feels like you haven't given it an honest thought or chance on that. And it might be someone you never thought in your wildest dreams would ever like you. Yeah, I know. It might be someone you haven't met yet too, okay? So this is either the person in your vicinity right now or it's someone that you should like keep an idea of. Now don't box yourself into one specific, it's just a general way of their looking. You got to match the insides to the outsides, you know what I'm saying? And it might be something, it might be a friend of a friend of a friend who barely hangs out with your group. And maybe, you know, it was puppy love at first, and maybe it's, you know, kind of, oh, I kind of think he's cute kind of a thing, but not really, you know. As far as travel goes, I feel the need to do it. Like there's some part of you that needs to do this to prove to yourself something, you know, that travel. What I'm feeling is more of a need to want to go explore that side of self. So I'm feeling like I want to go somewhere to experience something, you know what I'm saying? I do see travel, but I don't know if it's any further than, you know, your general vicinity, you know, maybe within your own country, a little bit further distance, someplace a little bit more, you know, your taste of what you want to experience right now. And I'm feeling more quiet slash reserved slash close to things but not so close to things, kind of a escape from the busy of everything. That's what I'm feeling right now. I definitely see the need and want to travel right now. I'm just clearing your name off. Don't worry about it. We're still talking. And I want to clear my queue off so that it starts off at number 1 instead of number 3 or whatever it is there. But I do see some travel in there. It's just I'm not sure what you'd be traveling for is the question. Well, like I said, it's your taste of woman. Like I said, a little browner hair than normal. You know, you're the way you like a person, but maybe a little bit lighter hair. I know a lot of Italians have the dark blackish hair. Well, I'd say a little bit lighter than what you would normally expect in that hair color that you like the best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying this woman that I'm seeing, it's not dark black, it's more of a lighter version of it, like a toned down version of that, you know? Like a muted black almost. Give me a second, I'll see if they give me a name. They're telling me it's kind of like a proper name, like a month, like she might have it like June or May or or some kind of a name dealing with. It feels like it's something to do with dates, like it's like maybe it's, you know, January or something like that special. I'm not sure what her name is. I don't know if this is an online name though, because it feels like she's kind of hiding behind this name a little bit. So something in her like online persona or outward persona doesn't always show the real herish kind of a deal. I'm seeing more J's, you know, J's than anything. So definitely like a Jan, June, that kind of stuff, you know. Janelle, something like that. I'm seeing a J-like name though. I don't do so good with names all the time. I get close. It could be a middle name for all I know. But I've not seen the full name or anything like that. They had given me subtle little hints of what it could be, and that's like, oh, he's got to go find out for himself, kind of a deal, you know. So, like I said, don't get stuck on the name. Don't get stuck on the June of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's that might. Yeah, it's something that's got an. I think it does have like an Italian flair to it, but I might not know enough about the language to say the name. You understand? So it's probably something that would resonate with you in that language, J-sounding name-ish, because I am feeling Italian-ish roots in her, you know? Like she has some Italian in here, but she's not full Italian. She's like mixed Italian kind of a deal. She may look plain, but she's not plain at all inside, you know? She may not look like she's anyone special, but she definitely has the personality that way puts that the outward appearance to shame. You know what I'm saying? What's a current character I could say that I've seen recently that I think would be the best version of what I'm thinking of here? Hey, Demi, what's up, my son? Trying to think of something here. Give me a second here. I'm looking something up. Mousy like girl from the celebrities. Kind of like Zoe, like the Zoe Mandel, or what's her name? Italian, but more Italianish. Italian Mousy. I think this is the closest. Oh. Hey, thanks, buddy. Oh, what's the good news? Yeah, I changed the cam on the deck because I was trying to help somebody out here. Come on, give me a second. No, that's not what I want to do. Here's a link for you. Okay, I'll look at Discord here. Give me a second to look at Discord because I don't have Discord open. Give me a second. I'm looking. I won't say it out loud. I'm just going to read. Okay, I like what you said. That's awesome. Like I said, you know, being all the stuff we've been talking about, see how it's starting to click a little bit now? That's the way we want to keep it for a while. Nice and steady, even. Do everything you said you were going to do before. Just keep doing that for now. Then let her show you she shared something, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? It's interesting, yeah. So just keep in mind, she shared that with you. She doesn't share that with everybody. That shows you a little bit more than she shows everybody else. So now you just take it slow, be present, yada, yada. You know what to do, you know? Okay, that's fine. I'm probably going to stream till my current time. Usually I'm gonna try to go to noon today. So we'll talk after, okay, if you want to talk. But it's good news. You know, it's good news, Dini. I mean, from what I'm reading in your message, it looks like a good start, right? It's a good start. We aren't going to put anything else more on it than it's a great start. Let's see what happens now. Let's get to know one another a little bit more. Let's see if there is anything there. Yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So pat yourself on the back or whatever kind of a little thing you're doing and just say, hey, I'm making more positive choices. See, I'm not rushing into it. I'm not over analyzing or thinking it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, time will tell. Yeah, exactly. Time will tell. Let's see what time will tell will do. Exactly. We will see. No pressure to be anything more than just a connection for now. And that's the most important part, a connection. You started a connection. And now we got to see where that connection grows too. Okay? And just like everything, guys, yeah, you like the new camera? I went and bought this morning so people could kind of see it. I don't know how to zoom it quite yet, but I'm working on that part, you know? So I was trying to mess with it a little bit and see if I can, you know, I'm going to have to redo it so that you can just see that part here, but I have to kind of find a way to move all the other stuff first. So for today, it's going to go back down to where it was for today. Because I've got to move all of my stuff around so that I can get that being the only thing on top, and I can just, you know, cut all these other scenes out, you know. I smoke Marlboro menthol. I usually smoke a menthol when I make my own. I don't buy a pack of cigarettes very often, trust me. I make most of my own. So I smoke a Marlboro. Here's my little, that's what I smoke. You know? But that's what I like to smoke when I can buy a pack. Otherwise, yeah, I know. Lots of people are banning the menthol because it's so more addictive than regular tobacco. So, you know, like in cannabis even isn't as addictive as menthol is. So, yeah, exactly. You can buy menthols and roll your own, but you can't go buy a pack of prepackaged menthols. There's a couple of states here in the United States that do that too. We're all certain parts of our state ban menthol, but not all of the Minnesota bans menthol. Like in our city, we're called the Twin Cities for a reason because we have Minneapolis and St. Paul. In St. Paul, they're banned. In menthol, and in Minneapolis, they're not. You know, and they're literally like 25 miles away from each other, if that. You know. So you go a half an hour the other direction and you can get menthol, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's annoying when you're a menthol smoker and you want to go buy like yeah, I don't know what that is in USDA, but you know, yeah, 60 cents, okay. And I can buy, okay, just to show you, okay, this here, right here, this one pack equals one of these bags and one of these boxes of two. This is an entire carton of stuff versus the one cigarette I just bought. That's about $13 for just one thing and tubes. Now, $13 versus a $13 one-time only pack. Yeah, I'm saving a frick ton of money doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy. You have a little machine. You put it in there. You know, you have a little machine. You go in and you put your tobacco in. You push it out. You can make it as hot or as hot as you want. You know? Yeah. Around 13 to 14, depending on the brand. Depending on if they're on special or you have a coupon or something like that. That's just in our state. Some places they're about $20 in some places too. So you can get, you know, depending on where you buy them. Like if you go to St. Paul and buy menthol, you're going to pay a higher price for the menthol. You go to menthol, you know, Even in the stores where you make your own, you're gonna pay a tiny bit more than its convenience of, I want to smoke the menthol kind of thingy. So and it's really really cool, but at the same time, it's more of the okay now, you know. Let's see. Now I'm gonna see if I can see now if I can get it to be like this and then cut off everything else. I'm gonna try to fix some things while I'm online here, guys. So please be patient while I'm fixing shit. Otherwise, until I get somebody else in here, I'm gonna try to fix some things here. I'm gonna have to start all over from scratch again, aren't I? That might be an easier way of doing it, right? Hey, can you hear me now there, iFight 20 Day? Okay, DM me whatever you want to DM me with. Otherwise, let me see. I don't know. Your I420, okay, good. I'm sorry you got hacked, my friend. Sorry about that. I don't even know if I have your Discord on my thingy, honestly. So I don't know if I would just rejoin the new one. Oh, why? Damn, that's Sav. That's Sag. Oh, okay. What were you in the meta discussion or something like that? Hell, I told him that Canadians weren't the best hockey team in the world. And I still on that. Oh, got you. So someone hacked you and did that to you. I hate that. Well, you know, you can go through the proper channels and probably get that unchanneled, say you were hacked, tell them you to change your password. You know what to do, buddy. Or, you know what? Reboot the server and make sure that those mods are on.
DMP42066669 reply to zanetenor.com.
Yikes, that's savage. That's savage, man. Sorry to hear that happened, dude. The damage has been done. In other words, you want to be able to fix it, but the damage has been done. There's only so much you can do with that crap sometimes, and as much as you want to, you know, do that and stuff like that, you know, sometimes it doesn't always work right. And you have to wait for and start all over. I hopefully I never have to deal with that shit, but that's got to be hard. Is your Twitch been affected though? Can you still do the old Twitch stuff that you want to do? Nope. I gotta make this smaller. No, that's smaller. Yep. Key. Okay. Well, you know what? I will send them a message for you, okay? And try to explain everything. Just put something in my Discord so I can just copy paste it and send it to the mods for you. Let them know that you were hacked and it wasn't your fault, and maybe we can get you back on there or not. So, well, I can help with that if you want me to. Okay, I'll leave that up to you. You know I'm gonna help. I'd help you with that, buddy, anytime. I think I got a little bit more left to go. Browser. Nope, another text line. Okay, now I gotta go. Give me 1 second there. I'll get you in a second, Jing. Just updating my screen a little bit, so give me just a second here. Good to see you here early today. Alright, that looks like I can do that for right now. I think that's everything for right now, guys. What is it? How does it look, guys? You like it? I think I got... Oh, I forgot one last thing, and then I'm done, I think. Right. Why don't you throw me your numbers there, Jing, and I'm almost done here. Alright, I've got just a little bit more to go. And like I said, just a little bit of a sponsor badge here. We'll put them up here. Keep it out of the way of everything. And then I think we're good to go. I think we can do it from here. You know, and then I just got to rename this. Oops, I made... Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to fix something here.
Hey, would you want a couple of your sandwiches?
Oh, I would love a couple of my sandwiches. Thank you. Okay, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to kind of fix something there. There, now I'm good to go. Here, and I just rename. What are your numbers there, Jing? I'm ready for you. I'm just waiting for your numbers. Okay. Let me do a cleansing shuffle for you, okay, Jing? Now I like the way that looks. Okay, now... Give me a second, I just want to adjust a little bit more here. There we go, now we got it, right? Here we go, now here are your cleansing shuffle. Cleansing shuffle time for you. Okay. And just a small squirt of ketchup on them, okay? Alright, Jing. Let's go. Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 God cards, and 10. Alright, you got a 2 God card answer for you and 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36 cards are now on top. And we want to know about you and Isaac, huh? And what we have to know about the situation with you and Isaac, right? So, some good news and some bad news here a little bit. You know, nothing too horrible, but with you and Isaac, you're as far along in the relationship as you're gonna be. What you have right now is the standard for what your relationship is gonna always be like. They've grown into this. They like this. They've learned how to live in this and stand the test of time in this. So they're not exactly in any hurry to change or grow or become something different or new. The Grand Elder in the past means you have not yet completed that work. That you're working towards that kind of work, you know? And with Isaac in you, it's still kind of learning from the past mistakes so that we can start to re-enter the beginning, you know? And that means that that it's all about that what we are ready to get. Like I've told you in the past, Jing, it's about what you need, not what you want. It seems like you want Isaac to be the one. It seems like you want him to change. It seems like you want him to do things for you that he's not able or capable to do. He's never going to fulfill your need. He's there as a band-aid for you until you can find the thing that will meet your needs. He will be a sufficient band-aid for you as long as you want him to be. But if you're not ready to start to feed yourself what you actually want in a relationship and stop accepting only the bare minimum, then that's what you're going to get. If you accept what he gives you and take it into you, that's what he's trying to fulfill that need for you. And I know that this has been an issue that you guys have been working on for a while, that he doesn't meet your needs, you know. He gives you maybe the tiny bit of want here and there, but not really fulfilling a need. You want to grow this relationship into something special. You want it to be something amazing, but it just isn't happening because the growth that needs to happen has to happen on both parts. You're ready, they're not. You're ready for a more committed, more emotional, more blah, blah, blah kind of relationship. You're ready to grow into something new. They're not willing to do that because they don't know how to meet their needs and expectations of what they want. But believe in the dream. Believe in that you are capable of that love. That love is just waiting for you to find. You heart song. You sing with your full heart out to the universe. This is what I need as far as love goes. This is what I want as far as love goes. And that need and want goes out to the universe. And the universe says, you know what? It's gonna be okay. No matter what has happened in the past, you will either find a way to move past this or you will find a way to move on. No matter which way you decide, it was meant to be. This is only one stage on your journey towards that thing you've always wanted. One stop on the many different kinds of stops you will take to get to that true love with Isaac. You just have to either say, I'm okay with the way it is, or I have to move on from this because this is no longer okay in my life anymore. And believing in the dream and believing in the voice that comes from that inner self, because this is all about listening to that inner voice inside. If I hadn't listened to the inner voice inside telling me that this dream could come true, and I didn't believe it with all my whole heart, I don't believe it ever would have happened. But because I took that and believed in it so much, I basically created the very future I was hoping to get. And that's basically what you're doing. You're creating the future that you want. So you're putting down those essential things. That's what the growth is about. That's what the feed is about. And knowing you're more ready than they are, you know? So I don't know if you're ever really going to get everything you want from them. Honestly, I think they would they would be good enough. Good enough for now. This is good enough for now. Not the best, not the I can't believe I'm so crazy kind of stuff, but just good enough to survive here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you're, how long does he live you? In some respect, he does. Like I said, that love has waned because the communication has died, the spending time together has died, the emotional freedom to talk to each other honestly has gone. You know, all the little check marks are starting to go, oops, that one doesn't match anymore. Oops, that one doesn't match anymore. He may love you on some level, but that love isn't the kind of love I think you're hoping for. It's more of a best friend who loves you because you've been with them your whole life, not I'm crazy romantically and love you so I can't live without you kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then what your higher power is trying to tell you is that you're going through breaking free of the old cycle so you can find something new so that it can excite you. We're going to wait for an ad here. While I'm waiting for an ad break, I'm going to munch on some sandwiches here. These are cold. All right, we're back, right? The reason you're going through this right now, Jing, is because your higher power is trying to break you free from the same old cycle you've been living in. Okay? Your higher power wants you to break free of this cycle you keep putting yourself in. And they want you to find a way to re-embrace yourself and all the good things you have in your life already, and the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you that embracing feeling of loving yourself and loving the life that you wanted yourself to live. Your higher power is basically saying break free of the cycle and embrace the path you want. You know? And I know we've talked about this a lot, but I think we both know that he is not the one you really want in your life anymore. We both have known this for a while, but we're in a situation where we can't just up and go either. We've got to start making a plan to, you know, remove ourselves, because I do believe you are worthy of way more than you're getting in this relationship. I know you want to try to fix it and make it work out, but from what I'm feeling, it's going to be more of the same. More of the same is all I'm going to say is what you're going to get. More of the same. If you're okay with that, then it's okay. Live with that. It's okay. Live and love that. You know? Yeah, you can rejoin the queue. Of course you can. Whatever I ever said, you can't rejoin the queue. I have a 3 rule. 3 times. And then all I ask is for a tip. And, you know? That's it. 3 times that for free. And the 4th one, a tip. A $5 tip, you know? Until then, you can join the queue as many times as you want. Gotta do a cleansing shuffle for crypto, though. These are cold. They're cold. inside.
Okay. I didn't know how much.
Just put it in for another minute or a minute and a half.
Oh, okay.
I gotta take a restroom break, guys. I will be right back, but I got an emergency restroom break I gotta go take real quick. Be right back.
Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
On the road to destiny, find the path that's meant to be. Leave the past behind, it's time to set your spirit free. Step forth with courage, ready for the battle now. From the easy way to the hard way, to the unseen road somehow. To unfold a wandering, find the path that leads you home. Take a leap of faith, don't be afraid to roam. Through the 5 paths you'll discover what's true. Keep pushing forward, 'cause destiny's waiting for you. Walk with determination, feel the fire deep within. On this journey of a lifetime, let your journey begin. Leave behind the doubts, the fears, and the strife. Embrace the unknown, ignite the passion in your life. Walk with determination, feel the fire.
I'm committed to the truth, that's my solemn vow. No less than honesty, I'll show you how. When life gets tough and the path seems rough, I'll shake things up, I'm not afraid to be tough. Brace yourself, it's not for the faint of heart. I promise to guide you, to play my part, to lead time to be real. I'll kick your spiritual ass, it's part of the deal. Ready for transformation.
Alright, I'm back, you guys. Just got some breakfast here. Thank you for your patience, guys. Alright, and I also had to go to the bathroom pretty bad, so Crypto, throw me your numbers and your question. Okay, 10 and 10. Will Steve come back to you? Just making sure you're back here. So, Crypto, make sure you're here. Okay. Okay. Now that I know you're here, we'll do your cleansing shuffle, and we'll do your reading again here. All right, here are your 10 shuffles, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God cards, too many. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, too many. And 10. No God cards. They were just trying to shuffle them for you. And there was 10 again, too, as well. So 10 and 10, if I remember right. Yeah, 10 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Willie? Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so getting into what we need you to hear today there, Crypto. So, the question is, will Steve come back to you? I believe the answer is yes, because of the being card being in your past. And that is all about coming into knowing oneself and honoring their path and what they're doing with their life and getting their shit together and resolving old issues and stuff like that. I don't think he's going to be coming back in your life for another relationship. More of a thanks for being a part of my life. Let's kind of close the book here so I can move forward. You can move forward kind of a deal. I don't think you're going to get what you want as far as a relationship. More of the closing the book so we can move on and be happy with what we want. The build card is all about what you want to build to keep that safe. So if you do want this to be something, it's time to be the person you say you want. Either you have to go for it and try to see if you and Steve can work out, and you'll have to drop the other one off like so much, little garbage, and hopefully he takes you back. But then when you get your heart broke again and you completely miffed the relationship you're in, don't come crying to me is what I'm saying. Because you could have something very beautiful right now, but you're so obsessed with the past you can't live for the future. Building your reality, what kind of reality you want. So the more you put that energy towards that, that's what you're being drawn more towards, because that's what you really want. So that's what we're building to keep safe. What will keep me safe and what will keep me protected while I go risk my heart again. But in the end, when it's all said and done, a time to release this person is what is coming for you in the future. That means to let them go. Love them enough to let them go and live their life and be happy. And that's what the release card, because it's all about going out to someplace and letting it all out on the table. No hold bars, 100% truth time. What is the picture that it has been showing me up to this point? What is the big picture been showing me? And to see the big picture for what it really is. So, yeah, he'll come back, but it won't be the kind of relationship you're hoping for. You no longer meet the requirements for a person in your life. You know? He doesn't see you like that anymore. I don't think he ever will see you like that again. Because of the damage, because of all the things you guys went through. It's just too much to get over for him. And I think he's been moving on, and you've been the one who's been holding back and not letting this thing go. When he's been trying to let it go and trying to move on, but some part of you won't let him. Out of, I don't know, jealousy or whatever else it might be, longing for what he gave you. So what did he give you that your current isn't giving you? Okay, go run. Cleansing shuffle for Jing. Cleansing shuffle for Jing. Food break. All right, 5 and 18 for you. One more cleansing shuffle for you here. Tell me not quite ready yet for you. There we go. Here we go. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 5th card. Oh, 18th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the 18th card of what's coming for you in July, huh? Ooh. Okay. So, Jing. You know, in July can be a very positive month for you, Jing. If you really give in to the happy, if you stop questioning what makes you happy and go find the happy, if you stop questioning what all of that stuff that has brightened your world, the things that are bringing you joy are the things that you should be following. The things that are bringing you that happy are the things you should be doing. The things that are bringing you closer and closer to the person you saw yourself becoming, that's like shining the sun down onto the field. We shined onto our past that brightness so we could find the light again. Now we have become the light. Now we shine like the sun in the sky down onto our field every day, showing ourselves just how much we've grown and become the positive person we are. And knowing that in July is going to be about seeing that light and recognizing that light and knowing what that is a part of us and how that is. I got to get some water here real quick. You know? So, July is going to be about self-empowerment and self-belief in oneself and stuff like that. But then by the end of July, you will have decided that there are some things you've been hanging on to a little too much that you'll kind of discard, but they'll go away in a more natural progression, not so much of a gotta get rid of it right now, but I know I'm working on this. It's slowly going out of who I am, so I make better, more fertile land in the future. The depression card doesn't necessarily mean sadness. It means overcoming whatever obstacle brings you that feeling inside. Just like a stage of grief, we go through these so we can deal with what makes us not happy inside, with what is going to be the truth and not the truth. Owning up to the reality of a situation, owning up to the things we know we can control and do. Depression is all about overcoming that and knowing that you are that sun, that glazing sun that peers through the clouds, even on the cloudiest of days. That you control the weather down below because you are the one who controls the sky. That's what the glaze card is mostly about. Shining through those clouds so you can show the light on the thing you want the most. Then the glow card is the sun's fully out and you're soaking all of that beautiful sunlight in, but you're still throwing the wonderful good things you need to throw away in order to move forward and growth. And that makes you overcome that deep in part of your sadness that you've been trying to overcome. Whatever you call that, whether it's fear, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, overcoming that I'm not feeling happy anymore feeling. You know? But the glow card is an action card. So that means you have to take action and believe in that power. Yeah, it is. But understanding how to see the sun through those clouds, Jing. Understanding that even though we're going through that fear and that anxiety, that we find the hope there, that things are, yeah, expect love, exactly. Expect love. You deserve love. You are owed love. These are things that you should have. If it's not being given to you, more than more on a personal scale for you, not necessarily a couples thing. It's you finally realizing that maybe he isn't the one you want to be with the rest of your life. Yeah. Well, part of it, yeah, is that, Jing, because we're talking about overcoming that need. What need are we trying to fulfill here? Are we trying to fulfill loneliness? Are we trying to fulfill companionship? Are we trying to fulfill a real, honest, loving relationship? What is the need here? And that's what you're searching for, is what is that need? He's not giving you what you absolutely should be having right now. You should be having your cake and eat it too. But you're not, because you let your anxiety, fear of losing something, and rather saying, I'd rather lose this crap and go find something better than deal with the crap anymore. You honestly are ready to say, done with the crap. I don't want it anymore. And it doesn't matter if you lose it. You hope you lose it because you want to go find happy. Yeah, exactly. And that's no way. That's not love. That's obsession. Trust me, I was in a 7-year obsessed relationship. I loved the girl with all of my heart. She never loved me back in return. Not even one moment did she ever do that. But I had to get it in my head that I had to understood that was the truth. My rose-colored glasses were way too thick for me to see. Exactly. And it's not a you issue. You're pretty much on where you said you want to be at, you know? You can either expect more of this person or be like, yeah. Well, like I said, it's a choice though. Do you want to keep living in the stuff you've been living in, or do you want to go find happy? You know? And I don't know which one is going to be right for you because only you know that. But of all the times that we've talked, Jing, of all the times that we've come, what has been the standard thing that comes up in your readings all the time? Right? It's that need to be worthy of someone. Not trying to fight against that anymore. We want to feel worthy because we are worthy, not because we have to fight for them to show us. You know? Yeah, I don't think he knows it though. You know it. I don't think he knows that though. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're welcome, Jing, as always. But July is going to be a positive month for you because it looks like what you'll be doing is learning how to shine the light on the world that you want to brighten. You will find a way to bring that positivity back into it, whatever world you want to grow. Then you'll just have to own that power and be as bright as the sun in the sky. The more you shine, the more your life gets better. The more you don't believe in it, the more your life doesn't get better. That's kind of funny. My name's Joshua. I'm not your baby's daddy. I'm not capable, but you know. I need a smoke break, sweetie. I'm gonna take a smoke break, sweetie, and then we'll get to your reading. Throw me your numbers. I know your question though. Yeah, well, and that's more proof that you're capable, that you have it together. You know, more proof that you can do this on your own. More proof that you don't need this person. More proof. I mean, the proof pile is starting to pile up here. I don't know what more proof you need. That from everything that I've ever felt from you, Jing, this guy does not feel like he's the one who you deserve to be with. Honestly, I'm saying that with a very hard saying that right now, but I know that this isn't the guy you deserve to be with. It's the guy you're with, but not the one you deserve to be with. All right, I got you. Let me finish my cigarette and then we'll do that. You know, relationships are hard, guys. Cleansing shuffle time for you, sweetie. All right. Oh, excuse me. Give me one moment. We'll talk about that in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 15th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, I think I got an answer for you, my friend. Sweetie, one of the things I want to tell you about why this Joshua, your baby's daddy, is coming back in your life, okay? Remind yourself that he is always going to be a part of the journey. Not necessarily always there, but a part of it because you have a child together. But you don't have to worry about planning everything out with Joshua. And don't have to worry about all of that stress and anxiety you keep putting on yourself for him to be anything more than to show up. He has to understand it's time for you guys both to get in the lazy river and do what you guys need to do as parents. You know that this journey is going to be one of growth, of overcoming obstacles, but you got to sit back, relax, and let the world carry you until you're ready to jump off and work on this thingy. I know you're not together, but there's always got to be that relationship between mother and father to the kid, and that's what's going to be the most important, is learning how to lay in the lazy river and let the world just kind of carry us down the river until we're ready to both deal with this issue at heart. That's why you're dreaming about him right now, because you want to deal with this issue. You want this closure. You want this piece of the puzzle to be done. You want to be able to say, here's what my boundaries are. Here are what I will accept from him. Here's what I won't accept from him. Here's what I deserve from him as far as a mother of his child kind of a deal. But just like in all things, you have put yourself in a very particular cage. The cage you don't believe you can get anything more out of this relationship with this Joshua. We put ourselves into our self-imposed prison saying, this is the way it's always going to be. This is the way it's always going to happen. I can't change it. I'm trapped. I'm locked away. I don't have freedom. All of that stuff comes piling upon you, right? But then you have to understand that while you are in this motion of deciding what's the most important, and important for you and your child too, is you have to give yourself permission to give that honest, most brilliant, beautiful part of yourself, because today is parole day. Today is the day you escape the cage and turn your life around. But how do you do that if you can't move on past the baggage that Joshua created? Now, whether or not he's doing what he needs to do or not, that's on him. You know what you need to do. That's what your responsibilities are. If he's not going to be a part of that puzzle, maybe he's not going to be that contributing person, then is that what keeps you trapped in that cage? Do you have to find a better way of going about doing this that's healthy for everyone, in a more positive way of thinking things, giving yourself permission to be set free from that old cage, right? And moving it into a more better life. Embracing your emotions, letting them out in a nice, healthy way, but also taking the breath of life back in to live every day. Not worrying if Joshua's going to be there or not. Because it doesn't matter if he's there or not. You got to be there for your kid. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't ever clock off, okay? But if you let this keep freezing you in place from the things you know you are owed, don't honestly sit there and take the crap from him either. You are owed certain things. Don't let that fear freeze you in place from expecting that he come up and step up to the plate for what his responsibilities are. If he's not willing to do those responsibilities, then we take away the freedom that we gave him by allowing him to see our child until he at least shows he wants to be a part of this child's life, at least in a physical, mental, and spiritual way at least. It's not like he's the worst dad in the world, but he's, a little... he's a little lost. He's a little confused of self. He's still unsure of it. He doesn't think he's supposed to be a dad, all of that stuff. But if you keep letting this drive you down and drag you down to where it doesn't need to be, where is the celebration of life again? This is all trying to show you that you can celebrate whatever you had with him while you had it with him. That's what you hang on to. That's what you love. That part of it. Not all the other emotional attachments that this is the father of my child. He should love his child. No, I'm sorry to say not every father loves their child the way they're supposed to love their child. But you have to find a way to celebrate everything you do get. Because that child's going to want that connection someday. And you don't want to give that child the impression that that's not an option. Speaking from a child who grew up in a single mother home, you want to give them the option to go see dad if they want to, as long as they're doing everything appropriate for you and the child. My dad didn't always pay child support, so my mom didn't always allow us to go see dad. He had to catch up on some child support first, because she wanted to see he actually wanted to be a part of their life, or showing up every weekend to actually pick us up and take us where we want to take. And that's what I'm saying. If he's not showing up and he's not giving that to that son, that's the payment we want. Right? That's the kind of payment we want. Money's great, but the payment we want is see our child's light come and be brilliant inside, celebrating every single day as if it was the best day ever is hard. But if you get into that lazy river and allow it to let you flow, then your worries go away because all you're doing is letting the world carry you to the next logical spot. You get off and say, I'm not going to put myself in the ugly old cage anymore. I'm breaking free today. I will not accept these things any longer. I will not do these things to myself any longer. Put up or shut up. If you're going to be here, I need you to be here in these ways. If you can't do that, then I'm sorry. Until you do, that's when you get to see your kid again. And if he wants to spend his life like my dad kid did for 25 years, he basically didn't pay that much attention to me. I changed my name. I hated my dad. I went and did a bunch of evil things that were in spite of my father. And trust me, that shit will come out. And that it will be his. It won't be your son's fault. It won't be your fault. It'll be the dad's fault. You know? And when he doesn't have that connection someday and he wonders why, you'll go, remember when? You know? But it's not a contest of who's right and who's wrong. It's how you celebrate life. How you bring the joy forward. Hey, your dad's here when he can be here. I'm sorry, he's not doing everything he's supposed to do as dad. And I don't know how young or old your child is, but if you can explain that to your kid, that it's your father's choice to want to spend time with them, and you are allowing him that freedom to go do it. But, yeah. Because he doesn't appreciate what he created. You know, he's not taking any responsibility for the beautiful thing he created, his son. And one day it's going to come back to bite him in the ass. And you will sit back and relax and go, oh, watch what happens now, because my son now only knows a mother's love and doesn't know anything about a father's love. He'll try to go out there and search for that father, and he'll find somebody who will fill that void, and hopefully it's a good man who gives him a lot of good advice like you want them to. And you'll find somebody who can step up to the plate and who will want to be a dad. That chosen dad is way more powerful than a birth dad will ever be. So give yourself the freedom and time to find the love you deserve too, and someone who can honestly love your son too, the way he deserves to be loved, because that's what you really want and what you really need right now, right? Because Joshua's not cutting it anymore. And I like to say this to everybody. If he wanted to be there, he would be. The fact that he's not showing up and being there and being present should show you everything you need to know. And that's where you should be guiding your choices and decisions on. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because that's all you can do right now, sweetie. And you tell him what rights he gets. You don't want nothing to do with your kid, then you're the one who makes the rules. When he someday wants that connection and that son doesn't want anything to do with him, that wasn't you. That was him. You know? And just leave it open that your son can see that. That you're not going to be the one who tells bad things. You don't need to say a damn thing. His actions will show your son exactly who he is. You don't have to say anything. He'll sit back and relax and see how much mom was there and how much dad was there. And one day he'll decide who's the more important person in his life. And I bet you're on the higher check mark than dad is. And then when he wants nothing to do with that guy, and that guy's coming wondering why your son wants nothing to do with him, that, and you can go, remember when he was a young boy and I asked you to show up and all of that bullshit? Yeah, okay, that's why. You know? So, I hate fathers who are, the energy that I'm feeling right now is very self-sabotaging, very lost, very confused about his own path, wondering why he hasn't used protection and why that isn't something that he should be like, should be a standard for him. Jesus Christ, if he's going to be that active, at least, put some protection out there for him, himself. And he can prevent these things from happening, you know what I'm saying? But he likes the excuse train of what his responsibilities aren't. rather than anything. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to do that. Like I said, I already knew you didn't do that, but I'm just saying that, that there are people out there who would. My mom didn't bad talk my dad. She let me look and watch and see what dad did. And that proved everything to me. She never said one bad word about my father's. He'll be here when he's here. And he barely showed up. And I did resent it. And I did learn to hate my father. I did learn to want nothing to do with him. I changed my last name because of how much I hated the fact that he wasn't there for me in my past. I changed it back, but it took me 5 years to get over the fact that my father was never there during my childhood. Now, we've worked on this to this day, and we're healthier father and son now, but that's because we decided to fix it. Relationships are still the same between father and son, right? Miss Divine, why don't you throw me your questions and or answers? We're going to get to doing your reading now, but I know you understand. And don't worry. I don't ever apologize. I take the time I take with everybody. This is why I go until I feel like you don't need me anymore. Because I believe you needed to hear all of that. I'm ready to move on now. I'm good. Don't have to be sorry here. I understand that we came here to get some things, and you know the right things that are right for you, Miss Divine Reaper, whenever you're ready. General? Do you want a general or do you have a question for me? You're welcome. I'm sorry, but I don't think the other Joshua we're talking about deserves that kid's time. That's my honest opinion. Okay. We're ready for some real truth here, though? We're ready to hear it if it is our fault? We're good? Alright, let's go. Let me give you a little bit of another cleanse here on this. Because I'm feeling a little bit of more. I need to shuffle it a little bit for this one here. Yeah. Alright, here are your 5 official shuffles, and 1 God card already popped out for you. And they said that's one that she needs to hear. So here come the official other 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a 3 God card message for you as well on this question, I believe. And then your other number is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12th card is: are we to blame for this failed past relationship? And what are we responsible for? Okay? That's the other thing. It's not just that question alone, because I want you to realize, before I say anything, Miss Reaper, this was a two-way street here. It was not all your fault. No matter which way you think about it, both of you are responsible for how this relationship past ended. Your part, however, is that you felt like this was a home, something you could build on, something you could make happen and become something in the future, right? We thought we had found our one. We thought we had found the person who was going to be there, who was going to be our home. Turns out they weren't that person for us, right? We kind of felt lost after this because we thought we found everything we were looking for. But now reality sunk in, and now we had some issues we had to deal with that we never dealt with, right? That is all about knowing where the home is, where the heart is. And I don't believe on both parts the heart was fully invested all of the time. Mostly because of previous damage done to us. Not just your damage done to you by another person, but the damage you did to yourself when you didn't believe it was possible to have the kind of love you deserve. So where you are responsible in that is that you believed in it, the other person didn't always believe in it. And you wanted more than they were ready for, kind of a deal. Whereas now we move on to a more you issue, where sometimes you're way too stubborn in your way of thinking. You don't always go through the problems. You try to avert the problem, but you are trying to find a way to find joy and happiness in it. But it didn't always work because you didn't take a deep enough breath of air before you went back down and tried to deal with everything again. Just like the Whale's Joy card is that one true love card, that wife's card that I have. And it's all about her not navigating her own ocean. Those problems that she had in her life, all those deaths that had significant meaning to her, her own issues and problems that have more significant meaning, even the things she does with me on a daily basis, were things she wasn't working through. She was swimming around them. She finally got it to her head that she had to come up for that new fresh breath of air to take in that breath of life again, but scream for joy. She's got everything she ever wanted, but really at the same time questioning that. Even in the beginning of me and my wife's relationship, we questioned it a lot. But sometimes I feel like you let your stubborn nature get in the way of this. I don't think it's 100% your fault, but because you couldn't move past some of those issues and couldn't deal with them, that's why things happened the way they did. The last and final thing that I believe that you weren't able to do for this person is you fulfilled a want. Like a sugar cookie. It feels good to have the sugar cookie, but there's no substance there. You are waiting to get the meal of the day. He's giving you sugar cookie. Okay? You're waiting for the beautiful meal you sit down and enjoy forever and ever and ever instead of this quick sugar cookie energy. What is being fulfilled as a need? We weren't filling each other's needs. We weren't allowing ourselves to see what the other person really, really needed to be filled in their lives. We couldn't learn how to share that part of us. We kept going after the want more than trying to fulfill the need. So in that respect, yeah, there's a tiny bit of responsibility that you didn't feed the need. You filled the want, but not always the need. And this is with the whole point of the whole reading, Miss Reaper. It's how you brought it all together. How you brought it all together, and you didn't take the most positive things and let that be the light that guided you. You took the good, the bad, and the bad overrid the good a little bit here. Because that's what we thought we deserved to have. Now that we know the truth of what we know we deserve to have, we've had the prime example of someone who shows us what we don't want or don't deserve to have. Now we have to integrate those new things into our life. So bringing things together so they were more focused in on the relationship. And if you want to know what you did wrong in this, that's probably the most likely versions of what you did wrong in the relationship. But I still say this with the caveat that all of the things I said to you are a two-way street. You both were doing them. I think you were giving in to your fears and anxiety. She was giving into the what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Words of wisdom from your higher power. Don't let this keep stopping you from happy. No matter what he gave you or didn't give you. Don't let it keep freezing you in place from finding and stomping your feet to the ground and saying, no, I do deserve better. He wasn't the one. He wasn't the one who could make me happy. There's someone out there who can. I'm not going to let him keep me from my happy. I'm going to use him as catalyst. As the catalyst to find that true, igniting, most passionate, most beautiful relationship I've ever wanted. Because now I have all the proof I need and know exactly what I want and know exactly how I want that life to look like. ignite my path forward by taking the step I need to take to get the thing I want the most. Actions are what you need to do now. What actions will give you the result you hope to get? Donate back to self. For now, the love that you are seeking is the love of self for now. Because you have to fill your piggy bank back up again. Because you do deserve to be loved. So you do deserve. We're not going to go abuse another person to get this. We want real, genuine, true romantic love. Well, then we know that we have to go find the right kind of change to put in our big piggy banks. And if we get the right kind of change and store that in our piggy banks, we get what we want. That need has been fulfilled. We don't go searching for the want anymore. We start searching for what we truly need. And I believe that's the most important message here. That you let whatever issues and problems get in the way of you moving forward from them. You don't utilize whatever problems to jumpstart that little rough patch that we have to strike against in order to get our lives to ignite the way we want it to. And then you have to donate back to self the love you wish he had shown you. Right? Because that's what was missing. That you didn't ask for that back in return, or didn't feel like you were worthy of that, whatever way the case may be. And just not asking for it was how she doesn't need me or want me kind of a feeling, you know? So take the personal responsibility you can. Work on those issues if you can. Resolve those issues if you can. Then move forward and know that this was just your example of what was not going to work for you. Now you know what you do want. Now you can start searching for the right kind of love finally. And you're not going to be held back by all of that shit anymore. Watch you go now and find someone who's the exact fit for you. And I think that's what you are waiting for. Is that someone you really deserve. And really deserves you. Hey Nicole, how are we doing today? But Miss Reaper, I just want you to ask yourself, when is it my turn to get the happiness I deserve? Isn't it that time now? Does that person match my happy? If you can answer that question honestly, I think you'll really, really get it. Yeah, it's nostalgia, not love. You're nostalgic for the past. What good parts you loved the most about that relationship. But if you really look at it, you'll notice they're more bad than good. And the things you are hanging on to the most are the bad, icky things you shouldn't be hanging on to. Now that you're not going to do that anymore, you'll start to seek out that person who can fulfill you, who can bring you that happy, who can share your journey, who can fall madly crazy in love with you because it's just so crazy, mad, and crazy to fall in love with you for no other reason than to see you as the beautiful person you are. I know a lot of guys out there who are confident young men who just want someone to be there and present in their lives. They're not the most popular, they're not the best looking, but they are the hardest, kindest souls you will ever meet. And you find the right person, and that matches between you and that your soul matches, it is the best kind of love you will ever get, Divine. And that's what you deserve now. Enough said. I think you know that you deserve this. You deserve this kind of love that you've been waiting a lifetime for. It's time. Nicole, why don't you throw me your numbers and your question while I do the cleansing shuffle thingy for you here? What are your numbers on that? Oh, they're ready for you. Alexa, cancel the notification.
Okay.
1,
To turn off notifications,
Two.
go to the settings page in the Alexa app and click
3.
notifications.
Gotta count. Too many. I can see already there are too many. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I gotta do one more time. And 3. Jesus, they want to talk. Okay, I'm gonna give you a choice. Do you want me to reshuffle one more time? Or do you want me to keep it as is? Because they fell out one more time. Usually I shuffle one more time, but that is their official 3. Do you want another shuffle or not? Do dee do dee do dee do do dee do dee do. What do my cards say? Should I shuffle or not shuffle? Shuffle. Okay, I'm gonna. You want me to completely reshuffle everything? You got it. Here we go. We're gonna do a 3 shuffle again, okay? 1. There you go. 2. And 3. Alright, these feel right for you. You have a 1, 2 God card message for you, Nicole. And now we're going to go to the second card. 1, 2. Do we want to know why this person has decided to use bad manifestation spell work on you, right? First and foremost, personally, I don't think they're doing anything major against you. I think a lot of this is self-doubt and self-anxiety. What they have done, however, and why you're feeling this feedback from them the most right now is because they are at a point in their life where they are confident with who they are as a person. Oh, wait. Let me know when you're back from an ad. Waiting for the ad to end. Let me know when the ads are done. Okay, we're back. Good. So back to where we were at, okay? So the Grand Elder card, when it's in the past like this, they haven't figured themselves out all the way. They're trying to overcome their past, but they have stood the test of time, yeah, but I don't know if they've learned that lesson yet that they need to learn because they don't feel complete yet. They're still working on becoming this Grand Elder. They don't feel confident in themselves, and you have the confidence they wish they had. So that's what it's more about. That you are living the life they wish they could be living. It's more jealousy than bad spell work, okay? But also, she's trying to utilize this tension, this way she's feeling inside, because she's ready to explode. And you are the catalyst for her to do that. Do you understand? that you are the reason that they are going to explode and destroy their old world so they can create a new one. You are the reminder of what they have left to fix within themselves. You are a big ass mirror to them because you have more power than them, because you're stronger than them, because you're more confident, because you have done the work, because you are confident of who you are, because you made sure that if they got in the way, they got in the way. And they got in the way and got burned. Well, I'm sorry they got burned, but you know what? That's the way it happens when I'm putting a new world down on the world. You know, they got in the way of your lava. Burned, jealous feelings of the life that you may not think you live a great life, but to them, you are living the life they wish they could live. They see that you have found the acceptance inside of yourself they really wish they could find within themselves. So when we say bad or magical or spell work done against us, negative thoughts is a spell work, honestly. When we think negatively of somebody, we're putting all of that energy out there into the universe. But the mirror of the universe is kind of handy because whatever you put out there into the universe, good or bad, will bounce back to you. Sometimes 3 as worst or 3 times as good, depending on what you utilize the energy for. But that acceptance that you have that they don't. They see you becoming and molding yourself into something they wish they could become. Pure, unadulterated jealousy of just who you are as a person. They see you molding yourself into something. They don't know how to do this for themselves. So that's where the jealous... I have another ad break. Right. But it's more of a negative thought, and that negative thought has will and intent and power behind it, and that's what it is. It's as simple as you thinking, I am the mirror. All you have to do is think of yourself as a giant ass mirror, and it bounces right back to them. That's how it stops. That's it. You just bounce it back to them. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Your energy can't hurt me because I'm too powerful for you to hurt. You know? Because you asked me why they would do such a thing. Because you're more put together than they are. Because you are doing things with your life to destroy old bad patterns and create new good paths going forward. Because you're living a positive life. Living a positive life, getting over the past, overcoming that, putting that catalyst into practice, whatever it was that got me the stuff I couldn't use, blew out into the universe. Where it landed is where it landed, but I moved my life all the way forward, and I found the acceptance inside that they don't know how to find for themselves. That's pure unadulterated jealousy right there, okay? And it's just because you can do what they can't. And because you can do what they don't know how to do, all these negative feelings go your way because they're really saying that to themselves. And it's more about what they feel about themselves than what they feel about you, honestly. You're just the excuse they give themselves. Can you live with that? You're their excuse for their miserable life. Oh, if it hadn't been for Nicole, oh, if it hadn't been for her stomping on my dreams, if it hadn't been for her. Well, no. If it hadn't been for you and your own damn decisions and your own damn choices, maybe life would have turned out better. But guess who didn't know how to do that? Right? Yeah, I know. That's why I was waiting for you. Right. So what happens when we have power over someone? Or someone believes we have power over? You don't believe this. They believe this. Okay? When someone believes you have power over of them, you do whatever it takes to make you feel better of yourself. So you try to raise your energy by bringing other people down. Exactly. And you had everything they hoped and wished they had. It's because you have more in their eyes. Maybe the truth may not be the truth, but in their eyes, you have everything they wish they had. And secretly living the life they wish they could be living. I mean, if you think about it, you know that in your heart. And now your gods just want you to say, hey, forget about them. Let's get back into that. You don't have to physically see this. Inherently, they know. Because of your demeanor, because of the way you carry yourself, because of your confident nature of what you do believe in yourself of, because of the work that you did to become the person you are now, Nicole. Because you have learned how to do the work. They don't know how to do that work. So that power over under thingy, you don't believe you have power over this person. They believe you have power over them. So they try to bring you down so they can feel better about themselves. So they can feel like they're at the same level you are. It's like I said, it's not a spell. It's more of a negative thought and feeling. If they're putting some kind of magic behind it, they better watch out, because that shit's going to come back to them tenfold if they do it for that negative reason. Because the universe doesn't like it when we do things like that to take away someone's free will. You know? That's what you do when you are jealous of someone, or you put some kind of a spell on somebody. All of that comes back to you, because that's what the universe really thinks you want for yourself. I'm going to give you exactly what you give to everybody else, because you've shown me that. Laying in the lazy river and deciding who cares what this person thinks, what they feel, what direction they think it's taking me in. I know my path. I know I'm going to trust my path and go with the flow. I'm going to celebrate that path every day. And that's why, well, exactly. Why would they want to be a part of something that constantly reminds them just how bad of a person they are? The ghosting thing is all about their self-insecurities and about what they're not willing to deal with. You're showing them a side of themselves they don't like. So they don't want to see that. They're going to ghost you, talk bad about you, all of that stuff. So who cares? Let them go live in their ugly old life. You go live a more positive life. Go and send them positive healing thoughts. That they will find the healing energy that need. You send back that mirror to them, and not only does the universe give that to them, it gives it back to you too. So as much as you wish this person, whatever this person is doing to you, you've got to find a way to celebrate your own life and get back on that path that goes with the flow again. Exactly. It didn't work because his intent was to cause harm. His intent was to override your will. His intent was to make you feel small so he could feel big. It's the bully mentalitation. The reason bullies do what they do is because they're trying to overcome their own insecurities and their own failings by making someone feel less of themselves so they can feel better about themselves. It's that cut and dry, really. Magic, no magic. He may believe he has power to do that, but your power is greater than his because you have a positive attitude about life rather than a negative. If you were more stuck in the negative and more down on yourself, then maybe you'd think more about those negative things. Don't be, you trusted. You have that kind of a heart. Don't feel bad because of you gave away your trust. Feel bad that he didn't understand what that trust, what that meant to give that to him in the first place. He could have taken that trust. He could have built on that trust. He could have made that trust grow into something beautiful. But no, he's got to go and do all of the things that make you feel like you don't want to trust him anymore. You know? And what I'm feeling is it's a lot of self-sabotaging crap. This person just likes to self-sabotage all over the place. Every little thing is everybody else's fault. None of this is my fault kind of attitude. And there's no reasoning with that person. You know what I'm saying? There's no reasoning with someone like that. They will continue to think of that about themselves until they either A, move in more positive directions, someone tells them how much of an idiot they're being, or B, they finally have the world wake them the fuck up and then they really get their ass handed to them with the biggest wake-up call they've ever had in their life. Trust me, sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie because you're about to enjoy the show. That you doing that shows your heart. You showing him interest shows you what you're capable of. He couldn't take that. That's on him, not you. Trust is a two-way street, guys. It's a two-way street. Trust is a two-way street, guys. It's a two-way street. Trust is a two-way street, guys. It's a two-way street. You know? Why would you want that in your life anymore? Tell me, should you be blocking this person? Do you need this in your life anymore? Or can you just say, nope, not going to deal with you and your negativity, goodbye? It's up to you. Do you want to keep putting up with this bullshit or not? If he's already ghosted you, then it doesn't matter much if you blocked him. He's already done the work for you. You don't really have to do anything. As long as he stays blocked, he's blocked himself from you. Who gives a fuck if you block him? But block him as if it's a safety issue, yeah, definitely. Block him if it's something where you don't want him to contact you anymore, then yeah. But, okay, you know. You're just giving him the same answer he gave to you. Nope, don't want to deal with you. Block. Move on with the rest of your life. Don't need him. Nicole, the whole point is that there is that beautiful person waiting for you. There is that beautiful person surrounding you right now. There is that beautiful person that we just haven't met yet or seen yet. That is everything we want that partner to be. We're finishing up the last little bit of cooking we have to do so we're ready for the really good, positive meal for a change. We're letting that steak cook to medium well so it's not rare anymore. We want to make sure it's a beautifully cooked steak, but not so cooked we can't eat it, right around the middle of it. Now, that's the way I like my steak. You might like your steak a different way. But there's someone out there who wants the kind of love you have to offer, Nicole. And there are a billion guys. I know about 4 guys right now that I could set you up with right now who would be the most pure, beautiful heart you would ever be with. But you'd have to get past some of those outward, external things that you keep thinking are the most damn important thing in the world and start to fall in love with the goddamn soul instead of a goddamn body. And that's your responsibility, not anybody else. Well, then get true happiness. Stop wishing for it and ask yourself what it means to be truly happy. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that person have within him that I find that happiness within? You're not filling yourself through another person. That's never gonna fill you. Are you happy with yourself? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. Yes, I am happy. I will continue to be happy because I choose to be happy, because I am owed happy, because I deserve happy, because happiness wants to find me. It wasn't until I started to believe in that power of attraction. The power of attraction is this. If you say to the universe, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. What does the universe say back to you? I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. If you say, I don't know if I can do this, I don't think I can do this, over and over again in that little head of yours, well then, It's a question of writing down. Have I told you my true love spell yet? Have you tried my true love spell? A guaranteed 100% guaranteed way of getting your one true love within a year? Have I told you how to do this yet? Do you want something like that? But you have to be done with your own bullshit before you do it, okay? That's my only warning on it. And you have to do exactly what I tell you to do. And you can't use it for a specific person or specific person you want. You have to use it for a generalization of the person you kind of want. So if you want something like that, it's the power of attraction. If I didn't start to believe good things could start coming my way, no good things would have ever started coming my way. It wasn't until I dropped the negative attitude and the negative self-doubting thoughts, then let me tell you. Here we go. Got a piece of paper you can write something down on? Tell me when you got a piece of paper, something you can write down on. There's a list of things you need to have, okay? Or at least have an approximation of them, okay? When you're ready, you tell me. I'll tell you what you need to know. And I'm closing the queue down, guys, because I'm going to be rating out here in a little bit. So, let me know when you're ready to write shit down, and I'll tell you how to do it. Guaranteed 100% that you will get your one true love within a year and a day. The first thing that you have to make sure you have done is that you have worked on yourself, that you love yourself enough to be saying, I'm ready to share my journey. That's where you have to be before. Okay, you'll rewatch the live. Okay, no problem. So here's what you do, okay? On a piece of paper, whatever color paper you want to use your favorite color if you can. Okay? But if you don't have a colored piece of paper, you need a candle, a red one if at all possible, perfume that you like to smell, the scent you like to smell, a piece of music you like to listen to that reminds you of the kind of love you hope to find someday, your favorite color representation around that. Okay? And a key. That's all you need for this. A candle, something that represents the color of your favorite color, a piece of music that you like to listen to, a key. Okay? And a scent you like to smell. Okay? So what you do is you grab the candle and you're just going to kind of lightly put the scent on the candle and also put that scent on somewhere around where your favorite color is well, so you can smell it in the air. Okay? You want to be enough where we can smell it but not so overpowering and it works kind of a deal. Then we put our favorite color around the candle. We put that key on that right by that candle. Okay? And we get our piece of music ready and all of that stuff. Now on one side of the not tea. So candle, perfume, music. Okay? And if you want to make it something you can drink too, it can be like the smell of green tea or something like that. That's great. Then you can also drink that down too if you want. But those are the key components of it. Candle, piece of paper, because you need a blank piece of paper with your favorite color if you can. Are we good so far? Do we understand what we need? If you need me to say it again, say it again slowly. Otherwise, I'll move on to what you need to do next. Okay? Just waiting for an answer here, sweetie. So, to reiterate, you need a candle, your favorite smell, your favorite color, your favorite music, A key. Okay. Now what you do is on one side of the piece of paper you run 10 attributes of the kind of person you want that to be. Kind, compassionate, likes to do these kind of things. The attributes of that person. Then on the exact opposite, what they like to do. Uh, is it tick or T? No, there's no T involved. If you want there to be T, you can, but it's not a part of the spell, okay? If you want something to drink to, hey, add that in and make it your favorite tea of what you want to, what you kind of a flavor you like, you know, that reminds you of what you want. Just make it in that theme if you're going to add a T to it. But that's a key, as in K-Y-E. Key. Not T. Got it? We're good? I'm going to put my cards away here. Okay? So, now that you understand what you need, okay? And on the other side, one side is the attributes of what they feel inside. Like, are they kind, compassionate, funny, that kind of stuff. What they like to do is on the other side. Do they like skiing? Do they like dancing? Yada, yada. Those kind of things are what they like to do, okay? One side feeling, one side what they like to do, okay? What inside and both inside attributes, but one of them is for the emotional stuff and one is for the action stuff, okay? And then what you need to do is when you're ready, okay, to do this, you're going to ask your higher power, whoever that is, to help you call to your one true love. You want the most beautiful symphonic singing voice you can come up with, or whatever you feel like you want to put out there into the universe. It's your heart song that you're building up here. Like this was the last chance you ever had to contact your one true love. I need you to believe that this is it. This is the time. This is the place. This is when you set it in motion. You're going to ask your higher power to help you with this. And what you're going to do is light the candle. Make sure you have the scent on the candle. You can smell it. Play the pretty music. Make sure your favorite color is around the candle. If you have something you want to drink with it, make sure that represents something you want to drink deep of them. Okay? And then a key that you hold. Once you say, now, I ask that you imbue this key with these attributes I have written down on this piece of paper. Okay? And when I get close to my one true love, this will glow like the warmest heart I will ever believe in my life. That key will begin to glow. I will also smell the scent, see my favorite color, maybe even hear music that reminds me, and that key will glow. These are your keys to know when you are close to your one true love. Okay? And then you say, I will find them within 1 year from today. Before that, at least. And I will find someone I can connect to before the end of this year. And now ask your higher power to seal that key, that when you are ready to give the key to your heart to someone you find worthy of that when that time comes, you give them the key. And you tell them, I once cast a true love spell, and I want to give you the key to my heart. This wasn't to make you fall in love with me. This was to show that you might be the one. Here is my key to give you back your choice to choose me. Okay? That's basically your way of asking them to choose you. Okay? Give them the key, whatever you want. It can say do not duplicate on the key if you really want to. But then you just have to believe it, and then you carry that key wherever you go, and you will know when that key glows. You smell the music, all of that stuff that happen when you're near the person who might be right for you. That would match everything you want. That doesn't mean it's a 100% guarantee as long as you believe it. The moment you doubt it, that it can happen, is the moment that it won't be exactly. Will it be exactly everything you want it to be? No, you're going to get about 90% rate on that list, because the universe likes to leave a little bit of surprise in there. So be on the lookout for something who's in your preferred preferences, and make sure you know what those preferences are before you do this spell. Really ask yourself, what do I need to fulfill my life in another partner before writing the list? And that's how you do the one true love spell. And I guarantee it will work within 1 year and a day. I've given it to so many people, and they've all found love within a year. So, like I said, it's a very simple, easy spell to do. And the more you believe in it, the more you hold power of it. But I warn you, if you do this for a very specific person, like I want James Doe to love me, then James Doe will hate you and want nothing to do with you by the end of this spell. You will cause them to actually do role reversal on your ass. Or stalk you, whichever the case you might not want, okay? And I've given that to so many people, and every time I give that to somebody, they tell me within at least a year they found someone that they connect with. At least I've heard that much. That they find someone that they connect with, that they don't know where it's going to go right now, but by the time I know the end of that year comes, they're either beginning that relationship or they're got a full-blown relationship by then. So take that with you today, and you believe that you are worthy of that love. Make sure you know that you are worthy of it, that you deserve that, because that's the key to it as well. Okay? Now, like I said, caveat to that is, use that spell wisely, because it's powerful. Yeah, those two are great. Or if you have something new you can try. My pot dude was asking me what kind of green I want today, so I was asking him. The key is to believe in yourself, Nicole, and really ask yourself what will meet the need of a partner. And not trying to fulfill, not trying to have them fix you, not trying to have them be anything more than a person who will share that love and choose you back in return. We're falling in love with the soul, not a body here. And that's what real true love looks like. You fall in love with their soul. Fuck the body be damned. They could look as nasty as you think they can look, but you see nothing but the loving person you see. You don't think I wake up every morning questioning whether or not why this woman still loves me? She's beautiful to me, but every once in a while I go, how lucky am I that I have someone I love for 18 years? And the key to it will be how you build that relationship as both equal partied. So exactly. And that's one of those things that should be on the back of that paper. I want to fall in love with someone who cares enough to want that. I want a hopeless romantic, Yeah, I am damn lucky. I know how fucking lucky I am. But don't think me and my wife haven't had to work at this shit either. That we had to work through our crap too. We just had a fight not even a couple days ago. And it was about my birthday, my 50th birthday at that. I didn't feel like she was planning enough for it, and I assumed she wasn't doing certain things for it. We had an argument about it, and it was my birthday. We shouldn't have been arguing about my birthday, okay? I shouldn't have even had that argument. But it happened. But we had our angry moment. We woke up the next morning. We talked it out. We told each other how we felt during that situation. We understood what the logic was behind the words we said, and then we understood how did I find something? I didn't find a damn thing. She found me. I wrote that spell that I told you about. I sat under a yew tree, and I felt like the one true love of my life was dying. And guess what? She actually was on death's door. She had just tried to commit suicide heading toward the light.
Games with Snakes said live on
this
Twitch.
song
Party
sing
popper
to her.
party tie
And
me
she
party
heard
popper.
this song and came back from
Twitch.tv.
death's door.
At
And
everyone.
these are her words, okay? Back from death's door to find that song. And then she listened in the world for when that song called out to her. She found me and stalked me for 3 months before I even knew she was there, because I had man blinders on and I only was looking for a certain body and not a soul. But something she said to me sparked me in such a way that it lit up my soul inside. She said the words to me. She came up to my counter. I was working as a clerk and at a gas station. She drove bus. She was on her break. She came in. She put these purple little ball-like things in front of me, looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Boy, it's so cold outside, I think I froze my nipples off." Throwing out every feminine trick she could to get my attention. That was the last time she was ever going to talk to me if I didn't pay attention to her at that time. I gave her my palm card. We had a palmistry meeting, which started out as a meeting and ended up in a date. By the end of the time we were done, we were on a date. That's how it happened for me and her. I had to find the love within myself, though, first. I really did. And what that 3 months I didn't see her, that's what I was doing. Finding the love I was hoping for. Finding and seeing that I deserved someone like her. Knowing that that was a part of who it was that I needed. I needed someone like her. You know? And my soul just cried out to that love. And falling in love is all about that shared experience. It's not about the good times. It's about the bad times you make it through, where you hang on to each other so tightly that all those bad times don't matter anymore. That's what real love is. All the good, gushy kissing and telling each other you love her is all fine and dandy. It's about the bullshit you make it through that makes you even stronger. That's what real love looks like. Being able to look at my partner and say, "You're full of shit today," and still love her. Because I don't have expectation. I accept her completely for who she is. Completely trusting her. Well, not recently, but I'm allowed my feelings too, you know. It's beautiful, but it's a mess. There is no rule book, just like there isn't a rule book to parenting. There's no rule book that says you can't meet someone on a corner, look into their eyes, fall hopelessly in love with that person, and have a very happy life with that person. There's no rule that says that that can't happen. But the reality of the situation is we are all very, very, very broken people, just trying to find something that brings us some kind of happiness in this world. You know? And trust me, I was in an unloving relationship for 7 years. I was in love with a woman who couldn't love me back, would never love me back. I changed my outward appearance, my inward appearance. I did everything I could to become the kind of man she wanted, but it was never enough for that person. I could never be the person she wanted because she never saw me as that. But I didn't want to see that, because I was too in love with the body, not the soul. And she proved to me exactly the kind of woman I don't want. Then I said, nope, I ain't going to put myself through this kind of hell anymore, falling in love with the same old ugly kind of woman anymore. I'm going to find someone who has real, true beauty inside. I wrote the spell, I sat under a tree, I sang my song, poof, 3 months later, I found the woman of my dreams. That's how quickly it was for me. Okay? That's why I give it a year, because I know I'm a lot stronger and powerful in my beliefs than some people. I know what I'm capable of. You know? Exactly. And now you have the prime example of what you don't want in love. He was the example of everything you've ever not wanted. If you found someone who was almost exact opposite of him, you'd probably find the person you truly need in your life that would give you exactly what you deserve to have. That beautiful, kind heart who loves you despite the issues, despite the problems, who wants to support you, be present there, show up, communicate with you, want you to hear your goals and dreams, want to support those goals and dreams, want to be pick you up when you fall down, want to be the one who's picked up when they fall down. You know, it has to be that symbiotic relationship. There is no one side of the coin here. It has to be an equal partnership, no matter what kind of relationship it is. Or at least you have to agree on the adhered rules you say you want that kind of relationship to be. The reason people stay in abuse is that's what they think they deserve. So they stay in the place where they think this is the only kind of love they deserve to have. They get addicted to it because it's the only love they've ever known. You know what I'm saying? And someone who chooses you is a way better choice than someone who doesn't choose you. And trust me, I knew the difference between someone who chose me and didn't choose me because I had the example to show me what that looked like. You know, it wasn't for that other girl showing me all of that, I might have missed the boat on the most important, beautiful woman of my life. And I thank her for that because I'm thankful every day she didn't want to date me, because I am married 18 years to the best woman I've ever met in my life, who supports me, who allows me the ability to make mistakes, and allows me to be wrong, and allows me to be a screwed up human being, and allows me to have anxiety and crazy moments, who allows me to be self-sabotaging, allows me to be the kind of person who doesn't like himself all of the time. But you know what she does? She says, okay, you feel all of that, but I'm here to support and tell you I will help you through that if you want. She doesn't do the work for me. She just supports me along the way. And then we talk about everything. We don't hide anything from one another. We communicate in the most open, honest way we know how to. We both have our issues. So that's however honestly we can do that, that's how honestly we bring it. But we are honest, first and foremost. And we're not allowed to get angry about the stuff we tell each other. We talk until we have figured it out. I tell you how I felt in that moment. You tell me how I felt in this moment. You know? Yeah, exactly. If I hadn't gone through that mess of a person, I might have missed the boat. Because you know what happened after that? I stopped loving a body, and started loving myself, my soul, and told myself how beautiful and what I actually deserved. That's when things started to change and become more positive in my life, because I believed I deserved better. Just like you deserve better, Nicole. And it's time you say you deserve better and that you are owed better. And you will find that person. And when you do, you will brighten this world in ways I can't even possibly tell you. Because then you'll understand and finally believe it. That all it took all along was for you to trust unconditional love, unconditional trust, unconditional support. I know I'm lucky. I thank the gods every day how lucky I am. Because I know at any moment I do not do the work that I'm supposed to be doing in our relationship on my part, and we can't come together and bring it together closely, that's when it will finally come to a crashing end. When we stop working on it, you know? Exactly. There's no power stronger than the power of love and belief in self. There's no one who can curse you, no one who can hurt you if you believe in yourself and you believe in the power of that love, that higher power that protects you from anything that could do you harm. It's all in that belief. So trust your higher power to guide you the rest of the way. Remember to look out for the signs that you said you wanted. The smell in the air, the key glowing, the music that reminds you of how you want to feel inside. Okay? The important senses that matter when we know something is that you get all of those signs all at once. You're standing in front of the person who you genuinely have a connection with. Maybe that's a hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But then you've got to take the next step and find out if that is the one. I can sit here and tell you to do it all day long, but until you've done it, I can't. That's it, you know. Well, guys, I think it's time for me to get out of here. I'm going to go spend some time with my main man with the master plan, Games with Snakes. He is a 420 content creator. He is one of my favorite homies out there. And I really want to go see him today and say hi, because I've been waiting for him to come back on. So I'm going to go hang out with Games with Snakes, and I'm going to go have myself a little bit of pot and go relax and enjoy the rest of my day. I really thank you all for being here. Whatever you do, put the future back in your own hands. You have the right and responsibility to go live the life that you have always wanted to live. Do it today by saying, today is that day. Today will be my best day ever. I know there are a lot of people out there who say that, but I say that, and I never knew about this David Wolf person until yesterday. So thank you, David, for being a beautiful soul and believing in that as well. I thank you, and I will be back tomorrow at my normal time. So we're going to send you out with some music and some pretty music and all of that fun stuff on the way out.
In the shadow of destiny's gate.
Let's see here. Let's go with this one. Here is called Our True Twin Flame. It is so true that twin flame resides in you. We share the light, and that warmth guides us home. Follow your light to the love you see, and you will shine brighter than any star. Many pieces, let's go!
Pure and bright, twin flames flickering in the night. Like moths to a flame, they couldn't resist. In a circus of stars, they shared a tryst. With every touch, their souls ignite, burning through love's endless flight. Through the cave of fun and crime, they waltzed past the edge of time. Painted smiles hiding their chase in this masquerade of fiery grace.
Coming in with the rain, let's go! They took your shit. Oh, you never got your old account back? That is fun. Yo, Prophet! Yo, what the hell is up, brother? Hey! Hey! Unknown Prophet, what the fuck is up, bro? Yo, how you doing, man? Yo, welcome to the motherfucking live stream. How's it going?